So rather than seeing this as a rejection, consider it an opportunity to seek a connection that aligns better with your own future goals. Here are 5 reasons that men give for breaking up with their partner. Reason number 1, I'm not attracted to you anymore. Now, let's get one thing straight. Attraction isn't solely about physical looks. It's a complex blend of emotional, intellectual, and yes, physical elements. For men, a dwindling attraction can often be traced back to a sense of stagnation in a relationship. It is not so much about you becoming less attractive, but rather about the dynamic between both of you losing its initial spark. I hate that word, but here's where it gets tricky though, because that initial spark, crucial in the early stages of a relationship, can sometimes be overvalued as the relationship matures. What many men fail to realize is that falling in love and being in love are 2 distinct phases of a relationship. And as a relationship develops, it requires a shift in expectations which might actually prioritize romantic love over just raw sex drive. Reason number 2, I'm not ready for commitment. Now this one often comes layered with complexities. Some men, and in fact women for that matter, hesitate to commit because they've been scarred by a past relationship. It's perfectly normal. Recalling, possibly even subconsciously, a time when their heart was open in the past only to have it shattered can make the idea of being vulnerable and open again incredibly daunting. It's like learning to walk after a fall. It takes time to regain that confidence, right? What's important to note is that this hesitation isn't always about the fear of settling down. It's about personal fears and insecurities that make commitment feel like a high-stakes gamble. This fear isn't specific to gender, of course. It's a human experience. If you're dealing with a partner who's hesitant to commit, try to have an open dialogue about these fears. Sometimes professional help like therapy can also be massively beneficial. Reason number 3, we fight too much. Now this reason uncovers the complexities of conflict in relationships. Frequent fights may not always signify irreconcilable differences. They can often stem from unique responses to conflict shaped by personal past experiences. For some, recurring arguments become overwhelming, triggering emotional fatigue instead of productive resolution. Now this might be due to an aversion to emotional confrontation, influenced by those past experiences, or upbringings for that matter. It's important to acknowledge that disagreements could also reveal underlying issues that need addressing. Recognizing that constant fighting might be a sign of unaddressed concerns rather than just incompatibility can lead to more meaningful communication and healthier resolutions. Reason number 4, I want to be single. Now, this reason can be a bit of a double-edged sword. On the one hand, the man might genuinely feel like he's missing out on personal growth or other life experiences. On the other hand though, this can sometimes be code for, I want to meet someone else. Or even worse, I've met someone else. The fear of missing out, or FOMO, can be particularly strong in men who view their single years as a time for freedom and exploration, where in reality, the time may come when they realize that the grass isn't always greener. Cue the, hey, how are you text message 1 year down the line. If you're on the receiving end of that reason, it might be a good time to focus on your own personal growth and well-being. And last, but most definitely not least, we have reason number 5. I don't see a future together. Now, it goes without saying that this is not an exclusive thing to gender, but when a man considers the possibility that a relationship might not have a future, it is a complex exploration of compatibility and aspirations. While present connection and chemistry is, of course, important, if a man is using those words, I don't see a future, what he's really talking about, and in fact prioritizing, is that he's struggling to see long-term compatibility and shared values. It doesn't imply fault or failure. Instead, it reflects someone's honesty about recognizing a misalignment in their long-term vision for the relationship. Relationships flourish when there's a shared understanding and mutual aspirations. So rather than seeing this as a rejection, consider it an opportunity to seek a connection that aligns better with your own future goals. Sometimes a breakup can actually be a blessing in disguise. So there you have it. 5 common reasons men give for breaking up. Now remember, these are of course general observations, but every relationship is unique. If you've recently experienced a breakup, take the time you need to heal and try if possible to view it as a learning experience. Adopting a growth mindset is one of the most powerful tools I know to getting over heartbreak. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more relationship content.